Every single thought you think is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Most people don't realize how much power their thoughts hold because they seem invisible. But thoughts are energy. They vibrate, they resonate, and they attract experiences that match their frequency. When you dwell on fear, your life begins to mirror fear. When you think abundance, your reality starts to expand in abundance. Everything you see around you was once just a thought in someone's mind. The car you drive, the house you live in, the phone you hold, all were ideas before they became tangible reality. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. If you want a different life, start by thinking different thoughts. Silence the noise of negativity and listen to the whispers of possibility. Because every moment, you are creating, not by accident, but by the thoughts you choose to entertain. Whatever you focus on grows. If your attention lingers on problems, they multiply. If you focus on gratitude, life expands with more to be thankful for. This is not magic, it's a universal law. Energy follows attention. Your mind is like a magnet, pulling toward it whatever it consistently contemplates. Think of it as tuning a radio station, you only receive the channel you're aligned with. If you tune into fear, you attract fear-based experiences. If you tune into abundance, opportunities appear effortlessly. This is why mindfulness is so powerful. It's the art of choosing where your attention goes. You can train your mind to look for the good, the blessings, the solutions instead of the problems. When you do, your external world begins to mirror the inner harmony you've cultivated. So ask yourself today, what am I giving my energy to? Is it something I want more of, or less of? It might sound cliché, but it's truth. Thoughts become things. The house you dream of, the job you desire, the relationship you seek, they all begin as an image in the mind. The difference between people who manifest their desires and those who don't lies in consistency and emotion. When you think a thought once, it's like striking a match. But when you think it repeatedly, with emotion, you ignite a fire. That fire sends a signal to the universe, saying, "This is what I want." But here's the catch, the universe doesn't respond to empty words, it responds to vibration, the feeling behind the thought. So don't just say, "I am abundant." Feel abundant. Live as though it's already true. When you align thought, emotion, and action, manifestation becomes inevitable. There was once a man who dreamed of building a magnificent house. Every night, he visualized its grand staircase, its tall windows, and the garden filled with flowers. But every morning, he spoke words of doubt, "It's too hard. I can't afford it." He didn't realize that these thoughts were blueprints for his life. His negative thoughts built walls of limitation, brick by brick, until his dream was locked away. One day, he met a wise old builder who said, "Every word you speak and every thought you think is a brick in your reality. If you want a different house, change the blueprint." From that day, he spoke words of possibility, imagined success, and took inspired steps. Slowly, his dream house became real, because he changed the silent architect within his mind. Science now proves what mystics have known for centuries: your thoughts affect your reality. Every thought you think emits a frequency, and that frequency interacts with the quantum field, the fabric of the universe. Studies in neuroscience show that repeated thoughts create neural pathways, wiring the brain to expect certain outcomes. This is why affirmations and visualization work, they reprogram your brain to believe before it sees. When belief changes, behavior changes. And when behavior changes, reality changes. You are not a victim of your mind, you are its master. By consciously choosing your thoughts, you can literally reshape your brain, your habits, and your destiny. Your subconscious mind is the silent powerhouse that governs 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. While you may think your conscious mind is in control, the truth is your subconscious runs the show. Every belief you hold, whether empowering or limiting, lives there. And here's the secret, your subconscious cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. If you repeatedly think about failure, it records that as truth and aligns your actions with that belief. But if you visualize success with strong emotion, your subconscious accepts it as reality and begins to create opportunities for it to manifest. This is why elite athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and creators practice visualization. it programs the subconscious to win. Remember, the subconscious does not work through effort, it works through repetition and emotion. So feed it thoughts that match the life you desire. Plant seeds of abundance, confidence, and joy until they take root so deeply that nothing can uproot them. Every human carries invisible chains, beliefs formed in childhood, shaped by society, and cemented by repetition. I'm not good enough. Money is hard to earn. Love is rare. These beliefs whisper in the background, dictating your actions and limiting your potential. But here's the truth, every belief you hold is just a thought you decided to keep thinking. And if you can create them, you can uncreate them. Start questioning your inner dialogue. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Is it absolutely true? Or is it just a story I've repeated for too long? The moment you challenge a limiting belief, it begins to lose its power. Replace it with empowering truths. Speak them, write them, feel them until they become second nature. Because your life will never rise higher than your self-belief. Break the chains and you break free into a life that truly belongs to you. Once, there was a gardener who inherited 2 plots of land. On one, he planted seeds of flowers, watered them daily, and spoke to them lovingly. On the other, he neglected the soil, leaving it dry and barren. Days turned into weeks, and the first plot bloomed with vibrant colors and sweet fragrances. The other became overrun with weeds, thorns, and decay. One day, a wise old man visited and said, "Your mind is like these gardens. What you plant and nurture will grow. If you neglect it, weeds of fear and doubt will take over." The gardener understood, thoughts are seeds, and attention is water. What you nurture, you multiply. Your life is not random, it is the harvest of your mental garden. So ask yourself, what seeds are you planting today? Manifestation is not about sitting still and hoping for miracles. It's about alignment, bringing your thoughts, emotions, and actions into harmony with what you desire. You cannot think abundance, feel lack, and act in fear, then expect wealth to flow. Alignment is consistency across all levels of your being. Imagine tuning a radio, you only hear the station clearly when you match its frequency. Life works the same way. When your thoughts are positive, your emotions are elevated, and your actions are inspired, the universe responds by opening doors you never imagined. Stop forcing and start flowing. Move from a place of trust instead of desperation. Feel the end result as if it is already yours, and let that feeling guide your steps. Alignment is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the thought and the manifestation. The truth is, you have always been the architect of your destiny, whether consciously or unconsciously. Every thought, every belief, every word, every action has been laying bricks in the house of your reality. The question is, will you continue building by default, or will you start designing with intention? Mastery begins with awareness. Become aware of your thoughts. Replace fear with faith, doubt with determination, and lack with gratitude. Visualize the life you want until it feels real. Speak as if it already exists. Take actions that match your vision. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are a creator of reality. The silent architect within you has been waiting for this moment, for you to step into your power and consciously design a life that feels like a masterpiece. Start today, because your thoughts are building your tomorrow.